Hi, welcome to The Secret Ingredient. My name is Charlotte Davis and I'm your host today. My secret ingredient today really isn't an ingredient, it's a kitchen tool, and that is parchment paper. I'm going to show you two of my favorite recipes using parchment that are quick and easy and delicious. We're going to be preparing sea scallops and fresh mushrooms in parchment today. So first I'm going to tear off a couple of sheets, 12-inch pieces that I'm going to fold in half. Let me get another one ready here for our mushrooms. And to make the scallops, I've got sea scallops today, and these are just amazing. We are so lucky in the Northeast to have access to these beautiful, plump, delicious sea scallops. But this time of year, they're so monstrous that I'm actually slicing them in half, just so I make sure they don't get rubbery on the outside before they have a chance to cook completely on the inside. So I'm going to take the scallops. I've also got some fresh shallots. I've got fresh chopped herbs from my garden. I'm going to use a little white wine and some olive oil, salt, and pepper, and that's it. That is all we're doing with those. I'm going to fold and crimp all around the outside edge here, starting at one corner. Fold and crimp, and you want to press as you go around the outside. Another thing about this dish is that you don't have to use scallops. You could use shrimp, you could use halibut, you can use haddock, you could use fresh lobster. Just about any sort of light seafood would work done this way. That's it. We're done with that. Now we'll do our mushrooms. Basically the same technique, except I've pre-sliced my mushrooms. Today I'm using shiitake mushrooms and cremini mushrooms. And I like the combination of these two. The cremini is a little bit more firm, and the shiitakes are just so flavorful and tender, and this cooks up to be such a lovely little accompaniment to this dish. So I'm just going to pour these mushrooms that I've mixed with some olive oil, some salt and pepper, some fresh chopped shallot, and a little tiny bit of fresh thyme, and another little splash of white wine. Again, that's all we need. I'm going to fold that over, same process, folding over, crimping. I love using fresh mushrooms. One thing about the shiitakes and some other varieties is that they're really good at helping to build your immune system. So we try to eat them as often as we possibly can, especially in the summer when you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and these are so quick to cook. So we're ready to go in the oven. I've preheated my oven to 425. It's going to take about 10 minutes for these to get ready. So in they go. Oh, and these are done. I can't wait to open these up and smell this aroma. So I'm cutting a little X in the top of each of these just to release a little of the steam. We're going to let these rest for a minute. I'm serving these today in a very shallow bowl with just a little bit of French bread to mop up all this delicious juice that's come out. You may ask why I prepare them in separate pieces of parchment, and the reason is I like for the flavors to marry in the bowl and then have a happy honeymoon in the mouth. So you don't have to use you don't have to follow this method. You could serve this on top of rice, quinoa, bulgur, or couscous. It's just such a versatile recipe. And also you could add julienne vegetables instead of the fresh herbs to the scallops. You could put some garlic in with the mushrooms. It's just incredibly versatile and fun to work this way. So I believe we're ready to serve our plate. I'm going to very carefully cut around the outside here of our parchment. Oh man, that smells so good. Oh, I can't wait to serve this. And I'm going to pull these scallops right out, place them in my bowl. We don't want to lose a drop of this juice either. Same with our mushrooms. You want to be careful. It's really important to let these rest so that you don't burn yourself with the steam, because these are pretty hot. And here we've got our delicious juice. Here's our juice from our scallop. And that is it. 2 little slices of French bread, a little sprig of fresh mint, and that's a beautiful meal for you and your family and your friends. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you, and I hope to see you next time on The Secret Ingredient. Bye-bye.